What's up, guys? I'm just a gamer, and I'm back with another reaction video. I had completely missed this, but Game Informer has about a 20-minute video of gameplay footage for Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, and yeah, I completely missed it. Um, a little bit of it, I saw a little bit of it, and it looks like a good portion of it is scenes that they showed in the trailer, but just fleshed out. Like they actually have the entire playthrough of that section of the game. So yeah, again, this is a game I'm keeping my eye on. It looks interesting, so let's jump in and check it out.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of New Gameplay Today. Thank you for tuning in to Game Informer. I'm your host, Alex Van Aken, joined today by Wesley LeBlanc. Wes, how are you?
I'm doing good. Excited to check this game out.
Heck yeah. And also joining us, K-Star herself, Kimberly Wallace. How you doing, Kim?
Good. K-Star is in the house and ready to go.
Kim, what are we
I'm trying
checking
to
out
ignore the
today?
commentary as much as I can.
This is called Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, not
I
to
am
be confused with
blocking a little bit of the
Bloodlines.
Or
UI,
the
so
Battle
let me
Royale, right?
move that
Right,
second.
right. There's a lot coming out with the Vampire Masquerade IP right now, but this is done by Big Bad Wolf Studio, who you might have known for the game The Console, which came out in 2018.
Okay.
And that kind of placed you in a secret society where you were kind of brushing shoulders with historical figures like George Washington to solve a murder. The latest project tackles, the cult tabletop RPG, Vampire the Masquerade, and it also dwells into secret societies. This time, though, you're made up of a group of vampires in
Oh, there we go.
Boston, and, I guess the premise is you're under attack by mysterious assassins, and you're trying to figure out what their motives are and what is going on, and you alternate between three different characters. And what we're looking at here is a mission I played, and you control Caleb. And Caleb right now, he came to this mansion because there was a man who was supposed to have top secret information on this console,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets here
I'm
and he's
laughing at the
murdered.
commentary at the
So
bottom
A
of
head
the
eater, looks
dialogue in the
like.
game.
yeah, it looks like. So I don't know how familiar people are with Big Bad Wolf Studio, but in the console they had some crazy twists, and this is no different. It definitely takes the DNA
Okay, just move
of
on.
it. There's light RPG elements where you build your characters' skills. So, maybe, and you'll get to do this with each of the three protagonists. So, say you want one who's more into hacking or can lockpick, very stealth abilities, or maybe you're like me and you want to make sure you don't miss out on any extra dialogue options. So you want to, give your skills, up them in the persuasion areas, maybe with some seduction or charm,
Oh,
or
she's not
just
even asking any
dumb bitch
questions.
like
Come
force
on,
people to
man.
tell you what the f is up. Thank you.
I am really
But
looking forward to this. This game has kind of I've been aware of it, but every time I see it, I'm reminded that I
I mean,
really
I
want to dig into
understand
this game
you
because
probably had
it
a
looks
limited amount of
really
time
cool.
to do this playthrough,
I mean,
but
I
still,
also
like,
each of what's different
explore
from the
some of the
games is
dialogue.
obviously each of your characters are vampires, so they have their own abilities. Like this guy can turn people into his puppets to do his bidding for him.
Oh God,
I know another character can
was walking into him.
get to far away ledges and places, and another one can turn themselves invisible.
Mm.
So, but the whole idea of it and where the gameplay
Okay, so
comes
that's how
in is,
deduction
as you see
works in
up
a
in
way.
the
Like
top
you have to have
left
enough
corner,
points in each one.
you have your willpower and your vampire meter. So
Okay.
your willpower is every time you go in and have the option to use a skill. So say you want to lockpick a door, maybe. Well, you might have to use 2 points to do that.
And is that the blue bar,
Or
the 15?
yeah, the 15.
Okay.
But what I would find sometimes there's multiple paths to everything, which is really exciting because, say you don't want to waste,
Sense
money
the
on
unseen.
a currency on that, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
your skill points. You can then maybe look around the apartment very meticulously, maybe find There's a lot of little puzzles and ways to get information. I think what Big Bad Wolf does really well is they know their audience is smart, and very attentive to detail. So this isn't a game you can like scroll through dialogue because everything kind of adds up. Like this guy right here, he's in so much shock. He's like kind of the butler of the family over what happened. And as we'll see in this dialogue sequence, the only way to get information out of him is if you have, here you go, you can intimidate him to give him it to you. You can use your presence skills. And it shows you the percentage of your success. And sometimes, even if you have 100% success, it won't work because they'll have some sort of ability to combat that.
Which makes no sense. I mean, if it's 100%, it
like,
needs to be
uses some
100%.
of his
I hate that
vampire
shit.
abilities, as you can see there. And if you get your vampire, like obviously as a vampire, you're gonna get hungry at certain points.
Yeah.
So if you use too much of them, see as that purple bar is filling up, you'll have to feed on people.
Okay, so purple bar is bad.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe not bad, but it's going to make you will have to feed after.
You'll feed because like you'll go you'll get a little weird. Let's say that.
Okay.
If you don't. But you have to find a hiding spot to do it. And when I first played this, I thought I found a good hiding spot, but like the guy fell out of the locker, and then it was like, this will have repercussions later because now people are going to suspect you.
Oh, that's cool.
So you're trying to also hide that you're a vampire that needs to feed.
Okay, that was cool.
Like I said, there's safe rooms that you can locate all through this. And I actually played through the demo twice, and what was really cool about it was I found new areas, new clues, different puzzles, different ways to access stuff. It was just like two completely different playthroughs, and one I was like,
okay, that's one of the fears I had, because again, in the trailer when they said that
one I was like really
if you play a specific way rewards you, but hearing that there's multiple ways to do things, that's a little better for me.
And ended up having not to use as much,
but
it really
still
is,
a bit weird.
Like I said, a game for those who want to like explore every nook and cranny and be like, what does this mean and how does it add into this? And you never know when you're talking to a character if they have kind of something else going on.
Everything is not what it seems.
Yes.
That's cool.
Especially, you know, when you're a vampire right now. You're walking around.
Is that purple bar connected to what you're doing, or is it just going up because you're a vampire and eventually you just get hungry?
It's going up when you use any vampire abilities. So you have like regular skills, which are
okay. So it's not timed. That's a good thing.
Like that you stock point when you level up, you put your points into, and then that is when you use your vampire abilities, which you also have. All the characters as vampires can tap into like their super senses, and so if you trigger that, you might see like it might key you into an area of interest or even like an item you might not have noticed being important on a playthrough, so you want to use it occasionally, but it is going to fill that bar up and get you closer to a vampire where you have to feed.
Okay, so he knew Jason.
And so one of my questions is, Kim, is
God,
each
did I
level
warn you?
specifically designed for a character, or can you come in as a different character? Like, how does that work?
It's done by chapters, and I think like the chapters alternate between different characters.
Okay, so like I couldn't do a playthrough in this area as another vampire. Like I'm always going to be Caleb.
I don't think so. I think this is like Caleb's mission, his story sequence.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the obvious comparisons in recent years is Detroit Become Human. You know, that investigative. Also, I'm getting like a little bit of like Hitman in the way that you described, like the way that like exploration, you can find new ways to do things that are maybe more efficient than others, and that mastery comes by knowledge, and that seems really cool to me.
Yeah, I definitely what I got from the demo.
Pura vida, it's pure life, Spanish, unless it's a different language in Spanish.
The game, you know, because there's just so much detail that they pack, and everything can be a clue to something. I think this might show there's a cell phone and you can't open it, so you need the code. But if you search well enough, you'll find a hint to what that code could be, and another room, find what that code is, which it's a birthday in this case, which when is it ever not? But it's just little things like that where like you can miss key details. Like they'll show you like some, suspicion obviously there, but you can find key details and miss them if you're just not paying well attention. Like there was a puzzle, let's see if they show with the mirror in here, where I couldn't even figure out what the heck I was supposed to do, but it's with like a horoscope sign. See, there's the locked cell phone, of course.
Ah, okay.
1111.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But yeah, it's a lot of note reading, a lot of trying to figure out, okay, what's really going on here. And it's always, they're calling this a conspiracy thriller. And what I remember with the console is like just crazy twists. That it's usually the unexpected, like they try to throw you off. So like here, let's see. Yeah, always read the diaries. That's always important. This is the daughter's room. But this house is huge, and depending, like, when we talk to that butler, depending on how you play him, you might get access to, like, this huge parking garage where you'll even find out more information.
That's cool.
And trying to unlock cars and talking to the attendant who wants to become a vampire, and then you can like decide if you want to set him on that path or not, and be like,
assuming the birthday that showed is the
no,
password.
you don't want this. So yeah, that was another highlight from when I played. Just not knowing what you're gonna find and how that's going to affect the story later. Obviously, there's lots of branching paths with this.
Yeah.
Is the world like? Do they know vampires are out there? Like I know in the mainline games, there's the different clans and stuff, but like, do people walk around knowing this person I might be talking to is a vampire?
I got that vibe from the parking attendant I talked to. Like I have, but it's like it hasn't been confirmed for me either way. So I saw it as like people know something's going on in this world. With superpowers
are suspicious.
And all that.
Yeah.
Damn it! I'm trying to read the things.
Dead moms.
Did you find that like? Did you ever hit like a point of frustration, Kim, in trying to like solve these little puzzles, or was it pretty like? Oh, I should probably go check out over here. Like, were you ever like just not finding it?
It can be frustrating. Some of the puzzles are a little obtuse sometimes.
So you have to take out items that raise suspicion.
Options, what frustrated me is if I have 100%, why am I failing? I think that's the time, like immediately. Because like if you're missing that's really key information, and if you're missing that, it feels like really detrimental to you piecing together certain things. And they said, well, sometimes they have abilities that kind of work against you that counter that, so you have to be careful. But I think that's what's frustrating is sometimes you won't have a good ability. You'll like see an option and you don't have enough put into that area to use it. But then I found when I did my second playthrough, like
I thought it was like a little cutscene was gonna play where it says enter.
Some of these things, like in the beginning of the game, I picked the door right away, but lost like a lot of my skill points.
And then I
was like,
the sword.
I need to look in this drawer, like by the desk, which is where I should have looked.
Who's this?
This is the dude we were looking for. So he's not the one who's beheaded. That's one of the twists. You think it's him the whole time.
Whoa, and there was a bloody sword on the ground, too. Why is he shirtless? I have so many questions.
People are like, if we're gonna paint you as a bad guy, you can't have a shirt on, right? Isn't that the rule?
Yeah.
It's like the bad boy thing.
Yeah.
Started in Final Fantasy VII.
It's like in TV shows, the bad guy can never have an Apple device. Apple doesn't let them use iPhones if they're a bad guy.
Ruins so many movies.
Yeah. So we found this bunker through several. Okay. This is that.
See, here's more of looking at the dialogue options, like if you have deduction skills, psychology skills. So it can hurt sometimes when you're just like, I didn't build my character to do this, but that's the point of the game. Like, you're not going to be able to get every slice of information.
Yeah. And how do you get
like
the points to level up, Kim? Is like end of mission?
at the end of the level, at the end of the mission, it'll show you like a chart of everything that you've done, and I think you just get points depending on. I don't know if it affects how you play or it's just like stock points for finishing each chapter.
Yeah.
But you get that, and then you switch to another character. So you can build your characters, like I said, the 3 that you're alternating between in different ways. I didn't get to look at the other characters to see if their skill trees are different, so I don't know if like some are tailored more towards one play style versus another, or if it's completely like open for how you like. If you wanted to make one character a complete hacker, you could, or if like this guy is going to be more with dialogue persuasion or not. But I do like that. I'm, me as somebody who plays RPGs, I love to mess around with skill points and pick my skills and decide what I want to invest in.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
No, and like especially in like a setting like this where it is, I mean, you're vampires, right? Like there's so much fun stuff that you could do with that formula. And I'm actually not. I've never played any of the vampire tabletop video games. None of it. So this will be like my first foray into that world. And I feel like a narrative based game could be good for that because I can kind of just like soak it all in. I hope. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's really got, like I said, if you're somebody who really likes like the investigation, like I want to piece things together myself type of moment and make these cool connections. I mean, this is definitely the game for you. Where if you can't handle like missing a clue, like totally, for bloody.
That's a clue. Maybe.
So is it just narrative, or is there like combat sections and stuff sometimes? Or
Your combat is through dialogue stuff. There's confrontations.
Okay.
They call that their combat, where you have to like convince people. By see, look at, should he feed or should he deceive him? You gotta make these.
Oh, there we go.
When you hungry, you hungry.
Yeah, daddy gotta eat.
Snickers, man. Why wait?
Okay, so
our new mission is to exfiltrate
Wait,
this guy.
what?
Well, I played one time and I never even met Jason Moore, this dude. Like, he was locked away.
It doesn't give you the option to hide the body?
All the choices are happening now.
We're just going for it.
Jeez, okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is a stupid playthrough,
She's definitely
but whatever.
super dead.
Oh yeah.
You need to protect your guy who's got vital information, I guess. Just like up in tell the cops, nope. Oh.
This poor dude, he's like transforming into a vampire, and the other guy's just like, come on, we gotta go. Ain't got time for this.
Here it is. Let's see, is this the parking garage? So yeah, they didn't. In my playthrough, I got into this huge parking garage, which had a lot of additional information.
I imagine that may be a way for you to escape.
I would think.
Is he gonna kill him?
There's also like, oh boy, see? Now that costs your vampire points to neutralize them. So maybe you do want to kill them because you don't want to spend them.
Yeah. This guy's just on a rampage now.
Look at him. He's got like the eyes of I'm a killer just like coming.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, because those are his like he can make people his puppets.
Oh
like
my
I said,
god.
and so that, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this dude, bad guy.
Violent.
Not good
Violent.
Well, in general, Vampire the Masquerade, you're all bad guys. You're all monsters. It's just varying degrees of being a monster.
Oh, and now they're finally in the parking garage, it looks like. Yeah. When I was here, there were cops here, and I was talking with them, and they were leading me to, like, an accident that had happened. Oh, there's one of them.
I have a feeling I know what he's gonna do.
See, all these decisions. it's just amazing to me watching. Like I said, I played through it twice. This is another playthrough that was captured for us by the devs, and it's like completely different than all three of my playthroughs, like so much.
That's so cool.
So yeah, this looks like it really does deliver on some cool branching paths and some big decisions on when to use
That's
those powers.
awesome. Well, I remember in like Detroit, different game, but that's the most recent game I
Yeah.
played that was like this. And like you could totally just lock yourself out of certain things, like big
So
moments, and I love that about that game. So to see another game like this, I'm very excited to say the least.
my problem
Finish this
with
up and get
that
that.
is it looks like
What's
no matter
today's
what
date?
happens,
May?
he dies.
May 19th. Yes, May
Yeah.
19th.
So we'll actually call the
Is it
video
even
there. We'll see
possible
if
for you
that's
to
the
escape
end.
with him? That is the
Here's I guess
question.
the end. Oh, we got okay. There's our experience.
Yeah, it shows you. It shows you some of
Failures.
the alternate, like, the traits you've developed by your decisions. But this will be out on PS5, Xbox Series XS, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. So you should be able to find a place to play it.
Awesome. May 19th, Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. Thank you both for joining me. And thank you all for
Okay.
watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Interesting. Okay, so that was my first real look into Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. And I liked a lot of what I saw. They commented even during the gameplay that it was kind of like Detroit Become Human, where you can find a bunch of clues, do different things, and it will lead to different areas, different dialogue, conversations. I loved all of that. The one thing I was a little iffy on is like that ending segment, because I mean, it looked like once you found him, it auto played into that segment where like decide this, decide that, and it was kind of weird that everything else is so open, and yet the minute you find that guy, you're locked into, hey, kill these people, or I mean you could have technically neutralized them, but then at the very end when it would either have the partner shoot or take hostage, it seemed like no matter what, that's gonna cause suspicion. It didn't make any sense. And then it also looked like no matter what happened afterwards, he ends up dying. And in fact, let's go back to that ending portion of the video. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let's see if I can bring it up. It should be coming up now. Let's see. Yes. Okay, here we go. But yeah, it looks like whether you get him or not, it looks like he's gonna die regardless. Let's see, because I know the overview thing here is what I wanted to check out. Here we go. This is what I wanted to see. So traits, detective, -15, ready for anything. All right, success. You brought back the reports that the prince asked for, even though it says you didn't bring all the reports. You took care of the caretaker statement, or you took the caretaker statement. You found a ghoul on the police force. You unlocked Jason Moore's phone. You found Jason Moore. Suspicious items removed, 2 out of 6. And it looks like you could scroll down a bit more. So there was, again, whoever was the dev playing this was just blazing through. Alternatively, you could have encountered a thin blood. Could have found a hidden safe in the apartment. And then here, failure. You did not bring all the reports the prince asked for. Jason Moore is dead. Suspicious items missed, 4 out of 6. So, yeah, that makes me wonder: was it possible to keep him alive? Would you? Because I know she said in the commentary that she was able to go to the garage before finding him. If does would going into the garage and talking to that officer, taking her out of the way, change something there? Because it seemed as if no matter what, once you found him, that was going to happen. At least that's what it looked like. Again, they must be doing very well cinematography. But yeah, that's the one thing that I was kind of like iffy on. But maybe it looks like I may be wrong. It looks like it does kind of the failure, so maybe it is possible to save him. And it's just the person playing didn't bother to do it. But yeah, it looks great. I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm ready for May 19th. I think that's what they said. May 18th, May 19th. Either way, keeping my eye on it. I'm really looking forward to playing this game. And yeah, I hope you guys check it out. But yeah, that was my reaction. Those are my thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment down below. I'd appreciate any and all feedback. Follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, take care and have a good game.